Welcome back. Coming up, Chris learns how to fix the bow thruster with the help from friends. Welcome to Sailing Solace. We are a family of 4. I'm Kelly, this is Chris, and these two are Olivia and Orla. In August 23, we brought our new to us boat with no sailing experience. In June 24, we moved on board to save as much money as possible and prepare our boat to let the lines go and set sail around the world. And we can't wait to share it all with you. One boat job always leads to another, so fitting a battery for the bow thruster, turns out that the bow thruster still doesn't work. No, just tripped again.
And that changes it from starter motor. So obviously that's why there's so many wires. So he's got 3, he's got 2 black and 1 red. So you've got these 2 black and this red one here are going to that black one there. And then them 3 red, oh, fuck knows where they're coming from. Because it says from switch positive, and from rear positive post on them.
Right, so other side of it.
14.83, 84.
Right, you're not on the right bit there. So when you turn that switch,
One of them should be nothing, shouldn't it?
you need to look at where the cable's coming from and find when it comes from that isolator, where does it go to? And you need to be probing that. You need to we're proving whether the isolator's working or not.
Right.
I'm sure it's got to come up from down there somewhere.
Yeah, it does, but it goes
What are you getting?
0.06.
Is the switch on or off?
Count.
Oh, I don't know actually.
You can still switch it.
Oh, it's off. Right, it's on.
14.48, same as normal.
Right, so that should be working then. So it's an issue. So you've got power there.
Yeah.
So you've either got an issue with the negative going to your motor or the positive going to your motor. Your switch is working, your relays are working.
Even with, I know they're connected, but even with this one here,
Yeah.
that's 14.48. So, what's the next thing to test?
The switch.
No, your switch is working.
Because by you pressing that switch, these things go up and down.
Oh, do
They're
they?
the relays.
What, even when it trips?
Yeah, as soon as you press it, this thing clicks up like that and stops.
So that's the noise I can hear up
Yeah.
there.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it makes that sort of noise.
Right, now,
It goes dum 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 dum. It does that.
so now, down here, coming from that, obviously, can you...
Video's paused again. I can't see anything.
It's when you click your phone.
So that there, where my finger is, that's the grey wire, goes in there, and then a black wire comes out there and goes to the negative. On the other side, the blue wire is there, and then a black wire joins into that wire, so that's just grounding it, isn't it? That one there is just making it a circuit, because this blue wire here, this blue connector, that's got 2 wires coming out of it, and that goes to the other side. So obviously that's positive, that's negative. That wire there at the bottom is the negative from the other side.
The solenoid switch has 2 connections, so you need to ground it, and then the other 2 connections go back to your switch on the helm.
And what's done that? Is that salt water that's made that? Like like corrosion?
Yeah.
Is that going to be a whole new part then, or can that be cleaned up and get it to work?
No idea. Speaking to a fucking...
A what?
somebody that doesn't know anything about
Mechanical
shit.
We're learning. Or you're learning, should I say. Is that black thing there?
Oh.
That
This.
Is that the actual bow thruster? Is that what spins?
No, that's the fan.
Oh. But is that what makes the propeller spin?
No, all that is
Okay.
the motor. This is the...
Ooh, nice. What, is that rust?
Yeah. Get me some bobber. Let's see if it, even if it's supposed to.
Don't break it anymore.
Bypass, that's the way you need to bypass a solenoid, I think. That one goes, that's a positive there, is it?
Yeah.
And that's a positive there. Sometimes, where's the negatives?
All the negatives are here.
Okay, all of them.
We've got two coming from, I'm guessing from under there.
Yeah.
Because you've got a red,
Yeah.
and I don't know where the other black's going from under there.
Just do continuity then from the battery onto that one, just do a beep check for me.
Take that one to there.
Yeah. Okay, so that's
yeah.
That's all right. So that's always going to be negative there, isn't it? So by putting so where does that one go? That one goes into there. So negatives are always negative. So shorting that bugger over should make it work. That should make it work. Right, you've got a suitable shorter. Yeah, I don't want anything too posh.
Screw knobs in here.
Nice tea, thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome.
Small enough?
Yep. That's what we get. Eyes. Okay, so we're getting said sparks.
That's what I got yesterday when you pressed the switch at one point.
Okay, the fuse is still back, is it?
Yeah.
So it looks as if we're drawing current, so as if the electrics are working. Because if the brushes weren't working, then and going the other way, that should draw it the other way. Mind your eyes again. No.
Chase the spark.
Okay, so right. So what we know then is that even if we put volts on there, and it is going to earth, so there's no reason. So what it is the motor itself has ceased. I'm pretty sure. Now you've got your mole grips that you were talking about.
Okay, well, oh yeah, they're there. They're not the best ones.
Oh, you need proper mole grips.
I've only got.
Yeah, no, okay.
Obviously, I've not got mole grips. I've only got obviously a better version of these.
No, we need mole grips because it's a little bite on there.
No.
I've got to get some from the car. Right, well they hold on
This bit.
the brush pack. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, so inside there is a bearing. So what you do is you have to take this off, okay, and free up, get it as accessible as possible. See that cable there goes around
Into here.
Hang on, so
You've got this one here goes to here.
Yeah.
This one goes to this one here.
Yeah.
And them two go to them two there.
Yeah. So and then you've got to free it up, and then change that bearing. If you look online, you'll find the parts catalogue for it. But if you look at if you take it out and find the bearing, it's a standard bearing.
Right.
You just get it from bearing supply shop.
Right.
Well, I'm going to get my mole grips. And then to do is to get them just so that they are nearly pinching and slagging off a bit more than that.
Is that the WD-40 I can smell?
No, Bruno's just sprayed some penetrator.
And then once you get it there, as strong as your wrist is, you can then squeeze the rest out to lock them on.
Right.
Okay. But
and now what am I doing? Just twisting?
Just twisting, yes, if you can get it going. If it's running around then no.
No. That's just turning the grips up.
Yeah, okay, don't do that anymore than if it's just turning the grips. So I think, okay. So I appreciate you don't want to go out without this working, so are you happy to keep working on it? Is that what you're
Yeah, yeah. We should, obviously Bruno's just gave her a list of jobs that I've got on Charlie on
Strega.
so obviously it's retro. That he had the biggest one that was on the market at the time.
Yeah, I thought about putting one on Cassie, but I didn't think I had the depth under the water.
Yeah.
And it went up the back of us And that's the only thing I could think of as to why it was there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, 2 strokes do. They need a little bit of oil smear, but not a huge amount.
But there was a lot for,
Yeah.
you know, for a jet ski.
Yeah.
There was a lot.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
It's a lot looser than it was.
Yeah. Right, what we'll do is put those off, and I'm going to get Kelly to give it a little test from the concrete.
Do these screws need connecting back up?
Yeah, might as well actually, to be honest. Yeah, because they're all in the brush pattern.
Which were
They're those little ones.
these ones,
Those
weren't
ones there, yeah, the 4 of.
and they go in that there.
Yeah, they do, yeah. Well, it's worth checking that it's working, and we know what the problem is, and then you can figure out how to completely service it in your own time, but we can probably get it working
Yeah.
and for you to use.
Keep trying to move the camera because you keep getting your head.
Yeah,
Just let it soak up and
yeah, exactly what we're
see
doing.
if it cleans it.
Yeah. Right, if Kelly gives it a little
Cow,
Can you fit?
a little
does
dog
that
both
thing
ways.
need turning on?
I was going to say, is it on?
Turn it on.
Am I doing, which way am I doing it?
Either. Just do both ways though.
Just little dobs.
Just a little bit, Cow. Whoa! Other way.
Yeah, keep going now.
Either. Other way. It's moving because it's moving the boat.
Yeah. Yeah, just keep going, left and right. Brushes are cleaning up now a little bit.
Yeah.
You see how they've been spun?
I can see sparks down here.
Because the commutator's dirty. But it's...
Yeah.
It's,
Let's go getting these off spark down here.
yeah.
No, keep going. Keep going. That's why you do the same amount one way to do the other way. Yeah?
I think you're back in business.
Stop!
This is one, mate. I can't hear that well.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Well, I can see the boat moving.
Obviously when we did it yesterday, obviously we did that and it went...
Yeah.
So we went down to 12 points.
Oh,
12.9 something, I
yeah,
think.
that's fine, yeah. I mean, normally you use your engine running when you use the
Yes,
gas
yeah, that's what you normally do anyway, don't you?
I know you got your battery.
Obviously we ran
can't-
it a bit yesterday anyway to...
Yeah, but obviously
warm
we
the
can't
oil
run
up.
it now because obviously we ain't got
no
oil in there.
So I think you're back in business.
Ooh, thank you, Bruno.
See, it's always handy having a Bruno.
I know.
Just a something.
Yeah,
that,
I've got a
that
little-
flameled it.
That one, yeah. I've got
So what's going on there with that stuff? Just gently, because that's got to be a seal plate on there. No, okay. So what I've been doing then is just give it a good squirt. You can use WD-40 for this, but squirt down there.
Is that just freeing it up a bit more?
Bearings, that's right. Yeah, keep the bearings free.
What is that?
That is a
Penetrating.
penetrating oil. Yeah, so you're all right with that. That's okay, and I think you got away with it. Brushes, look, there's plenty of meat left on the brushes.
Yeah, because I'm guessing
Yeah.
that bit there,
Yeah.
you wouldn't see that if they were nearly gone. That
no,
would
no,
nearly...
no, what you see on this
Oh.
side. Have you got your torch? Have you got a torch, haven't you?
Count, phone.
Just I've got mine here. Hang on.
Chris?
Oh, yours is coming down. Right, if we just look at this brush here,
That one there.
the one you can see.
Yeah.
Let me just, so I can point it out.
Yeah.
Right, now you see where the sitting on top of the brush.
Yes.
If that goes so that the that thing is sitting inside the carrier,
Yes.
yeah, then you know that you've eaten up all your brushes.
Yes.
Okay, but there's loads to go on there,
Yeah.
so that's fine. I'd recommend clean up on the commutator with contact cleaner.
So get some of that from up there.
WD-40, if you can find it, WD-40 contact cleaner,
Right.
and some cotton buds, clean the commutator.
That's girl's job.
And,
Cotton bud.
so with everything back
cotton
together,
bud.
I think you're back in business there.
Thank you.
Thank you very
It's
much.
all right, that's,
So what was it? Just to see his bearing?
sees. Yeah,
This bearing was the
This one,
main,
all the
or the bottom one.
yeah.
But
Look at-
obviously, once we had undone that, put some
Yeah.
penetrating in there and penetrating in there, it eased it up, didn't it?
Yes, it did, yeah. So that's. And just try and see what it feels like now, just with a top.
I'd say it should flow free, shouldn't it?
Yeah,
Pretty
it
much.
should do. That's what you want to. It might have.
That's even easier than it
Yeah,
was
it
before.
was. Yeah, that's what I was hoping it would be.
That you can do with one finger.
Yeah, that's what I
Like
was
before, I was still having to do that.
Yes.
And before, obviously, I couldn't.
Yeah, the
even
more
do
you use
anything.
it, so
It'll
exercise.
free up.
Yeah, exercise it regularly every day. Give it a little burst.
Just to keep it.
As in the bow thruster?
Yeah, just.
As in up at the engine, up at the top?
Turn it on.
Yeah.
And then just give it a bit.
As in turn the engine on and then give it a bit so that
Yeah.
we're not
If
Yeah.
you're
running the battery.
Yeah, that's right. If you're on your battery charger,
Yeah.
then just a little dob either way will do.
Yeah,
on that,
yeah.
rather than firing up your engine. But every time you get a chance, just keep exercising it, and then you got away with it.
Are we supposed to do that regular in the winter as well?
Yeah.
The battery died in December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's not been
used.
ran at all.
So maybe we was wrong in not replacing the battery as
obviously we
sooner
didn't
rather
replace
than
it 'cause
later.
we're like, we're not going out. We might as well do it when we're ready to go, kind of
Now,
thing.
when you put your cover on,
Yes.
you've got to keep water out. Okay, so what I use is lanolin, thick lanolin on the inside of that. I use that for the anchor windlass one.
What? Put it over here.
No, when you just on
Oh,
the,
just inside
yeah,
there.
Yeah, you see where the watermark is?
Yeah,
On the
here.
inside, yeah. Just put a coat of lanolin in there, and that helps to keep the water out.
Right.
Okay, of that unit. So.
Right. What? Even though, but that's open though.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was open. All right,
Yeah.
Okay.
With a lot of help, the bow thruster is finally fixed. Thank you, Sam and Bruno, for all of your help. Can they touch?
Probably not.
Right, okay. Is it meant to spin like that so easy while you're tightening it up?
Well, yeah, but it didn't spin. Why? Yesterday when I undid it, because it was seized.
At least it's working. Have you learnt something new today then?
Yeah. The bath thrusters are a pain in the arse.
But would you be without it?
Everybody on YouTube said you should be. You don't need them.
But do you want one and need one?
Need one, yes. Want one, no.
Am I right in thinking that Katie and Greg's is in that forward bit where they can just walk into it?
I don't know. Ask her.
I thought that's where she showed us that it was going. I want one.
What?
One of them bits that Katie and Greg have got that you can walk into.
Pullman cab.
Yeah, one of them. It's being as well, that black cable that's sticking out or not. Oh. Join us next time as we go for our first sail in 6 months. We navigate lobster pots, fog for the first time, and a surprise engine alarm. Thank you for watching. Join us on Patreon where you can get additional content available only to Patreons, early access to our videos and added to a WhatsApp group where you can chat to us and ask us anything. We're also on Coffee where you could send the girls an ice cream if you wanted to.